Suck it.
You wanted me to right now?
Hello, and welcome once again to Nerf Check. We are here once again. Luckily, we are. Oh God, I've gone sideways.
We fucking nailed that one.
Holy shit! My brain just went completely off the fucking rails. That was absolutely.
This is like take 12.
Woo!
What the hell?
Take 2. Start again.
Well, thank God that we know that Ray can actually edit all of this, because
He ain't gonna though.
we didn't think that having us on for another interview was any good. So we decided to get the man, the myth, the one true master himself. Adam Ballard is back with us once again. How you doing, Adam?
Hi guys, I'm doing good. How are you guys?
I don't think I could put that any worse if I tried. Jesus Christ. Oh, mate. Anyway, why do we have Adam on tonight? Ray? And I only did that because he was about to have a drink.
We are currently updating the tier list that Adam graced us with before, as he claimed that salamanders were mid and halflings were actually playable. And we're going to update those predictions based upon our experiences at Masters and tournaments, and with the updated July 2026 Clash update. So with all that said, we get to go at another go at the rankings. I get to be proven correct that halflings are indeed dog shit, to use Adam's tier. And you guys can all convince me that I'm wrong and that they're actually somewhat playable somehow.
Oh, you're going to find that out firsthand, because remember the consequences of last tournament predictions is you have to play a randomly rolled army again.
Oh, and to that end, we're going to design the army next week, because I might be taking it to the October 25th tournament, and my son may be playing half of my army. So
no. Oh, wait a minute. Right. You're pawning off the
halfling army. I'm good with that.
Okay. He's bringing a halfling playing half an army. I think it's all themed. So.
All right.
And fine. I need 2 months to get it prepped. So that's why I need to know next week. What do I have to paint?
Yeah, you got to actually assemble the halflings, right?
Well, I think he actually has to rebuy them. I think he melted them all at one point in time because this is crap.
Please. I did not burn them to Cthulhu so that I could win the last tournament.
No, that definitely did not. Hey, well, we'll do a quick. We are back from King Beyond the Wall, where the three of us did okay-ish. Well, some of us did a lot better than the other ones, and I was the one at the bottom. So.
Aren't you always, though?
Hey, I finished the end of day one being first overall, and then I played real players. No, I'm kidding. And then I got my ass kicked by John and Mr. Matt Langtree, who finally, I think we're back to being square, which I think we just always stay being, absolutely a draw between the two of us, which is great. So, John, you ended up coming third overall, I believe.
Yes, third overall, because I lost to Ray in the final round by 1 victory point.
You did finish with Best Painted.
I did finish with Best Painted and third overall, and Matt Langtree finished second overall, with Ray claiming the overall victory.
And Ray did extremely well with the army that we rolled, which also may turn into this for the fact that we are randomly rolling armies and doing really well with them. So what the fuck is that?
We'll just randomly roll all armies from now on for us, I think.
Or does it mean that all armies are actually good? Maybe.
We'll find out.
I guess we'll have to do a tier list.
Oh, well, first thing we must do, for those of you listening at home and not watching, get our views up, we're going to put up what we did the last time. So here is the list that we put together the last time round. So we had 3 in the S tier. I believe we had, what was it? We've got goblins.
Forces of nature, goblins, and rats we called S tier.
That's right.
In A tier, we have orcs, Trident Realm, elves, kingdoms of men, ogres, and night stalkers.
Okay.
In B tier, we had salamanders, undead, dwarfs, Northern Alliance, and abyssal dwarfs. In C tier, we have Zakari, Twilightkin, Basilia, halflings. And in Adam's favorite tier, we have the Forces of Abyss and Empire of Dust.
All right. So I guess we should just get into things. Now, we have played a bunch of games. We've played a bunch of different armies. I've now played Basilia. I've talked to a couple of people that were playing Ogres to see how those felt. We all know how probably Force of Nature feel. And Ray just won an army with Abyssals, which was way down the bottom in that dog shit tier. So,
let's clear it up. Did he use the old Abyssal rules, the dog shit tier Abyssal rules?
He used the new stuff.
Yeah.
So let's keep the tier list up, and as we have these discussions.
Okay, I figure we're going to put. All right.
Yeah.
What else do you want to talk about then? Ray?
Well,
Forces of nature are fine where they are. They're still very good. They're still very strong. They still have all the things you want.
Even though they were spotlighted, they got new stuff.
Yeah.
I would argue they got better.
They did get better.
What is better than top of S tier, Adam? Just so I know.
I don't know. We need to make a new tier for Force of Nature.
Force of Nature in their
Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan tier.
The nature tier or something. Yeah.
I'm going to put a Dragon Ball Z image on the S just for that.
Well,
what you need to do is you need to have S with the Goku hair, the Super Saiyan hair on top of the S.
We got one better for you. We have a guy here that we love to death, Joel, who looks exactly like Master Yoshi, who is actually playing Force of Nature. So we actually have a guy from Dragon Ball Z who taught Goku how to fight.
Is that where Master Yoshi's from?
Yeah, that's where Master Yoshi's from.
Kick him out. Get John out of here.
You know what? Yeah, I'm done. I got a lot
Look
of
that shit up,
on
man.
the table. I'm just gonna.
That is one dirty old man. You would be proud to know him, and so would Joel. So,
oh, is he the one in all the memes I see?
Yes.
That makes more sense now.
Yes, probably. Yes.
Okay, so next we have goblins. I still think goblins are great.
I have no idea. I've never played against goblins. I haven't played against goblins in forever. No idea.
The only change to goblins was the command. They got rid of the leaper command, which really sucks for the cavalry version of the list because now they can't really see over hills just on command. And they gave them the either get nimble or pathfinder for infantry and heavy infantry, which seems, I mean, the pathfinder is fine, but I don't know. It seems like a downgrade in commands, honestly. So I think the shooting goblin list is still the S tier list, but the Fleabag heavy list, I think, took a little bit of a hit.
I would agree.
Well, yeah, I mean, the shooting list seems to be the way people have been playing it, and the way it always seems to have worked really well. I mean, it's not like you really are going to take that many cavalry and run them into people and just hope. So I say we leave them up there. I would against dropping them a tier, but sure.
But next we have somebody who I do think drop, which is the Ratkin.
Yep, I'd agree. Not
Ratkin,
too far.
Oh, I think they fall into B.
Oh, definitely.
And the reason why, Adam, hear me out, is one, the command for plague pots lost to stealthy. So you have almost, and the two games I lost with rats at Masters was to shooting list, even with the plague pots. And without them, I would have been torn apart even quicker. And the next thing that's significant is, which I agree with, is the change to Rat Pack on Wretches, where the slaves no longer have the Rat Pack and the ability to get the Ensnare and Stealthy, which is now just Ensnare. So in my mind, it's the double Rammy, which takes them, like, they're still playable. You could still probably eke a win at a tournament, but they're certainly not S tier, and I don't even think that they're A tier. I've moved them to like top of B at this point in time.
I could see it. Top B, low A. That's where I would find them. So.
Yeah. Well, Justin and I were having a conversation today, and Justin was telling me that Mother Kryza is possibly the best hero in the game. So I mean, that man knows a lot more about this game than I do, so I think I'll go with him.
I'll disagree with him on that.
Because even when I played against you, Adam, having the ability to have stealthy on my units saved me from quite a few hits. And I think if they had not changed the rule to plague pots, I would have kept them in A. But the double hit probably puts them like still playable. Absolutely, you can pull your rats out and use them. I just don't think they're at the top anymore. I think other things will rise. The cream will rise to the top, to quote Macho Man.
Stormvermin still costs more, which means you're still taking less units. You're not taking as many hordes, so things are starting to move around a little bit. I think you're right. The other thing I do want to say about, and I know I'm going back here, but Force of Nature, what was that command that stops you from doing any movement whatsoever?
Entangling Vines is wild.
Holy crap. Like if you are not using this in your games, why the fuck aren't you? But anyway.
Yeah, you just have to reform after a combat. You don't get anything else. So.
No, you can't even reform. You just get a
reform.
Yeah, so it forces you to do a halt order, which halt order allows for the reform.
I wish I had read that rule.
You got to read the halt
near
order.
As bad. Nowhere near as bad. Then.
Whatever it is, the after combat.
That's nowhere near as bad then.
I initially thought the same thing as you guys, and I was like, this is broken. This is busted.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you just move up a chaff piece, you turn it at a weird angle, and you're like, cool, you're screwed.
Yeah, either fight it or don't. Either way, I get what I want. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
we played that wrong then.
Well, that's why we have these conversations. Anyway, let's move on. We are on to Orcs. Which was top of A. I don't think they've... Green Rage, Thonar took a damn good hit, and I think it was proper for him to take the hit that he did take. Not being able to cast that thing
Speak for yourself.
On 5s, come on. That was nuts.
Speak for yourself, Ben.
Thonar not only took a hit, he fucking tripped, fell, and broke his leg, so...
But he's still playable. It's not like he's a terrible model. He's not like
he's a combat individual now that is...
He's not an individual.
He is an individual.
He is individual.
Yeah. No,
they double whammied him. They triple whammied him. They got rid of his good command. They got rid of the not individual aspect of him. And then they increased his points all to hell and gave him the old -1 to strength or weakness, whatever it was, when he does damage. So he's over 200 point combat individual. Just don't take him.
So are they still top of A? Do they fall to the bottom of A?
They're still fun, and I won a bunch of games with them because they're still a huge wall of beef, and they still have Hell Strikers. I would say they're mid A. You'll still win a bunch of games just by pushing Orcs at people.
So I'm going to put them at the bottom of A, and we can decide who's above them and who's below them.
I think Orcs and Ratkin are honestly like perfectly even.
Well, which means they're probably in about the right places now, but things might change. Trident Realm. Oh, my first love, and maybe I'll have to go back at some point in time, but they really didn't get any real changes.
They didn't get anything.
I'm going to do a hot take. I think they're in B. I think we overrated them in A.
I agree.
don't know that we did. But people aren't playing. I don't understand why people aren't playing them. They still have probably one of the better units in the game. You know, being able to get Elite, Vicious, Crush 3, Defense 6, decent Nerve. I mean, Gigas are fantastic. They still have some of the best beasts in the game. They can use shooting, not as good as it used to be. We did this after that had come out as well. So I don't know. You want to drop them down a little bit? I'm okay with dropping them down a little bit, but I still think they're in an A tier. They're just not being played by more.
Whereas I think they're now below Rats.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
Oh, no.
I think they're above Orcs and Rats.
So from here,
Mainly because orcs and rats, I think, only really have one kind of build going for them. That leans into their commands anyway. So
Yeah.
and
Also,
trident
they only
realms
have,
have a
like,
lot of more
commands.
flexibility.
Yeah. All right. I will.
I'm going to defer to Adam on elves. I think
I
elves
haven't played
are
any elves.
actually at the top of A still. I think elves are awesome.
I think they're probably right where they should be. I do think they're a boring ass army, though. I didn't actually enjoy playing them at Masters, so turns out standing still and shooting people isn't actually fun. So
It is very boring.
Yeah.
And that coming from John, who used to stand there and shoot people all the time.
No, I didn't stand there. I would back up and shoot you.
4 hordes and move back. All right, if we can leave them where they are. I don't see they still have speed. They still have.
Yeah, excellent list.
I really like their knights. I don't see a down part in their core is actually quite nice, and you can build just about what you want with them, especially when you can take Glade Stalkers and core with a decent bloody hero, or I should say Lord. Yeah, it's not terrible. All right,
Kingdoms of Men. I thought Kingdoms of Men were awesome in A tier. Having played at Masters, I think I could rebuild my Cavalry Kingdoms of Men list to be even more destructive and evil by simply adding 2 cannons, because 2 cannons make your cavalry list much more effective, and they have great solid blocks. Ben, you've played Kingdoms of Men with a randomly rolled army. Like, I still think that they're a good army, and nothing in the update has changed that.
No, and apparently the UK scene, they're seeing a lot more Kings of Men, also taking the Lord that allows you to redeploy the units.
Captain?
Yep, and everybody's loving the Beast Cav, and you can take, again, Cavalry is core,
Shooters Cavalry are really good.
Yeah, and there's not really a downside to taking the army, and if you don't think you're going to do well, you take the guy that allows you to redeploy. You take these additional things that are going to help you out, and it really does feed off of itself. A lot of the lords and a lot of the heroes make your units better, or rally, or help out, and I don't see them moving from the position they're in. And I don't care what anybody says about hordes being terrible or us not knowing what we're talking about or anything.
No one's saying that. Like, you've done well with Kingdoms of Men. I've done well with Kingdoms of Men. Like, we're 2 for 2, like 3 for 3. Like,
Shield Wall is so good. I don't care what anybody says. So
I'm a believer.
Sorry.
I think I'm a believer. I think one of the big things we're kind of seeing, at least I'm seeing out of the meta right now, is that the shooting lists are actually a problem. And what do elves and kingdom men have? Inherent shooting defense with the ability to give headstrong to any of their units and potentially use something that otherwise would not have been able to be used on a turn. So it's not a guarantee, but that threat alone is giving some of the shooting lists a lot of trouble, I think.
Being able to give an extra +1 on your defense just because is pretty good as a command.
So I think we're in violent agreement. We could debate whether or not Kingdoms of Men is actually higher than Elves, but I'm not going to go down that route.
I think they're kind of tied in my mind. Like, I think both of them have their own kind of flavor, but I think they both play in a decently similar fashion.
Yeah. So they're 1 and 1A. Some might say.
So
you see what I did there.
What are we doing with ogres, I guess, is the next question.
Ogres, I think, really did get a damn good amount of things. Like the commands are good. The lists make sense. It's not overly expensive. It is on the expensive side. A lot of it's hard to kill. I actually quite like. They might be. I drop them down a little bit. I maybe put them below orcs, but I don't see a problem with them. The guys that played at Kingdoms of Men really liked them. I mean, that's the best Cooper's ever bloody done. Is it's and he enjoyed playing them. They were fun to play. He said they made sense in what they were doing, and he used that horde of warriors as well. So the Paymaster's a great little addition.
Yeah,
he didn't take Nom. Like everything is viable, everything is useful.
They still play really well. Yeah.
Yeah, I like them where they are, or put them somewhere. I'm okay with putting them there, but I would.
Didn't they lose the stealthy command?
No, they lost the
elite. And they got vicious instead.
They got vicious instead. Yeah.
Okay.
It's still pretty bloody good. Like it wasn't like they.
It's fine.
I don't think. They didn't need the elite. So
yes, they did.
Yeah.
Elite was amazing on them.
I'm actually seeing a lot of theory around the stupid goblin exploding blaster command thing because it's not limited to goblins. So people are putting that on boomers, and every 6 you roll on shooting, you blast into 2 hits or 2 wounds, whatever it is.
That's funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, it can be quite disgusting. So.
Well, 12-inch range is one of those things, but still not terrible.
I mean, you can put it on any shooting. So their goblins are 18-inch bows, I think. The shooters are 30 inches, obviously. But if you're taking shooters, you're probably doing it wrong anyway. So
there's also the goblin slasher with the thing on the back. Like I know it's not going to hit that often, but it probably needs a 5 or 6 to hit 9 times out of 10 anyway. So
yeah,
that's really funny, but also really stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that there's actually a really good ogre shooting list. Again, it's not actually fun to play, but it's potent.
A list.
So it is. So yeah, the fact that they still have stealthy, they can improve their shooting. I think one of the biggest upgrades for them was actually the Goblin Bigot going to support.
Yes.
Because one of their issues was they don't have chaff really, like outside of the scouts. And that Goblin Bigot mounted, he's a non-yielding individual at that point, and he's like 90 points. So he's just a speed 10 chaff piece that's just flying around the battlefield. So
and can put down flyers and keep people from your back lines. It's one of the things that I think Cooper's adding into his list because that was one of the things that
it's really good.
Yeah, and he was worried about that. What were they called before? The Wranglers? Crocodile Wranglers. I always said those things were amazing and they were underplayed. Now that they're gone, people are like, "Fuck! I wish I had that."
Underplayed. I often had 2 or 3.
Yeah,
lots of guys up here had 2 or 3. Like
and Fist had them. Yeah, they were good. So
they were really good.
My question is: are ogres better or worse than orcs?
I think that we're fucking them up. So yeah, I might even put them ahead of Trident Realms. To be honest with you,
I would put them behind Kingdoms of Men.
Yep.
Okay. Then the last one is Night Stalkers.
In a game where shooting seems to be slowly making its way back, that is a...
Okay, hear me out. I have not seen Night Stalkers played effectively and done well at any tournament I've gone to this year.
Have you seen Night Stalkers being played?
No, I have.
Occasionally. And yeah, I agree with Ray that I don't think they have it. I feel like that their list is missing something to make it click into a usable list.
Look, Seth brought Night Stalkers to King Beyond the Wall. Koos brought Night Stalkers to Summer Smash. They're good. They're missing their commands. They're missing that ability to finish the army off. So if we want to drop that to a B behind the rats, I'm okay with that.
If I remember correctly, I might have been the one that talked him up into that A tier for you guys. So
you were.
let me just go through every change that happened was a buff that they got out of the book. So their lifesteal command now is a +1 to it. So you're getting 1 additional lifesteal than what you were before. They still have the Pathfinder command, which is great.
Yep.
They Void Talon, the Flaccid Falcon, as it is,
Which is a great model. I really like it.
Which is the best character in the game. He got improved because now you can take a Soul Flare as a support choice by just taking him. So you can so I can actually play a build that's my Masters winning build now because of that adjustment. I think Night Stalkers have only gone up. And then
Are
they
people
got
just not
other
caught
things
on
that
yet, or what?
people won't play, which is like hordes of bloodworms because legions are the way.
So hear me out. I think I could stand with Night Stalkers being better than rats, but I don't think they're AT. They haven't done anything that we've seen.
That we've seen.
And we've seen them at Masters. We've seen weren't they missing from Masters? Period. Full stop.
I don't think we saw them at Masters.
So the fact that not even one showed up at Masters,
I was sad. I regretted my decision.
As you should, but playing
just
elves,
people aren't playing doesn't mean that. It just means that people haven't had a chance to put the games in. I mean, we can get into that reason some other time, but
if we're saying something's A, we're saying if you take this list, you have a solid chance at winning it. It is a solid tournament winning list, and in my mind, all those lists up there have won or podium or done top 3 at an event.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm good with that then. We'll leave it at the highest part of B, and when they get a new book, we'll skyrocket the shit out of them because this is not going to be the last time we do this list.
Wait, you're hearing this here first. Adam Ballard is taking Night Stalkers to the U.S. Masters in 2027 in Cape Cod.
Sure.
Place. Yeah.
I'll do it.
No, you won't.
I don't give a shit.
Attaboy. That's the attitude we like.
We'll roll your list, Adam. It'll be great.
We'll go do that for you. Yeah.
You'll go undefeated. All right, let's move down to something that is going to jump a couple of levels here. Salamanders. So, Ray, you're already making the face, so go ahead.
Speaking of underrating a list, I think I was the one pushing it for being B and possibly even lower.
Yep, and you have friends that play this.
I may have been wrong.
Oh, really?
Sounds about right.
Explain the errors of your ways.
I think Salamanders have A, solid commands, and B, they have the exceptional shooting ability provided to them by Commandants, which are arguably one of the 3 most, and I'd say at this point in time, one of the top 2 most broken units in the game, which gives them shooting probably...
I can't think of the other one.
Yeah, I have drawn a blank. Who's more broken than they are?
I don't know, but I want to give myself an out in case somebody says.
But I'll give them a bit of an out, probably Gigas.
No, I don't think Gigas are broken. No, not even at all.
No.
Commandants are...
Try to give them that.
Playing the game against the Quad Commandants list felt almost as bad as in 2nd edition playing against the Dark Elves with their shooting and quad dragon list. It felt equally oppressive because you don't have an answer to it. And if you take 4 Commandants with Blizzard, you can put out enough shooting that I'm sure Adam's sitting there be like, you're going to pick up one of my elf hordes a turn because you're defense 4, I'm defense 4. It makes no difference. Up they go. So I think even if you're not using Commandants, we've seen Grace come and play very well with Salamanders. So I think even with a non-Commandant build, I could see Salamanders going into the bottom of A tier competing with Orcs. Certainly ahead of the Rats and their current state. I think with the Commandant build, you can push them into S tier, and I would question whether or not they're above Goblins, but
they have some of the best cavalry in the game. They have some of the best stand there and take it in the face units in the game. They have a bunch of different builds. You can build all fire, you can build without fire, you can make a shooting list, you can make a cavalry list, you can make look, if there's going to be one that we catapult higher and higher, you might as well put this up into the high A, into the S tier right now.
Right.
Like,
I want to hear Adam's comment because he sees a different meta than us, and I have my experience.
It's not goblins. Goblin shooting beats salamander shooting. So I would argue one of Salamander's big weaknesses is actually goblins themselves. So I see them being at the top of A tier. I don't think they quite crack S tier. But I wouldn't be upset if they end up at the bottom of S tier.
I was thinking bottom of S tier because I think in the Southeast, they're currently winning the tournaments against the Elf shooting. So Elf on Salamanders are currently winning. I don't know of anyone who's bringing Goblin heavy in the Southeast because they probably still want to have friends.
Sure.
Travis, I'll happily play you again. Don't worry, Travis. I still like you. We're Sauron and Sourman with weighted dice in that game.
All right, moving on. We're going to go over to the undead. Now, we all know what Matt can do with undead. We all know that undead are good. We had a long discussion about werewolves even after we had stopped recording this episode the last time around. I think we did another 45 minutes on just werewolves alone. I'm not as scared anymore, though.
How did you do against Matt?
Okay, he tabled the shit out of me. I went for it. I sucked, and it went bad. I don't think they need to move, is what I'm trying to say. Because they haven't really had any real changes. Nothing's gone one way or the other. They've still got some cheap ass shit to deal with. They still have the vampires, which are really good. They still have the werewolves, which are really good. They still have everything to back up everything that they want to.
One of the only major changes was they improved their life leech command, right? So it's 1+ whatever you roll.
I would take them above rats at this point in time.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't argue with that.
Okay. I am more than happy to be shouted down.
Well, I think you're right. I still think they're in the B. Because like we said, I haven't seen them in the... Well, actually, that's not true. Matt came in the top 3. And it might be indicative that we could see them continuing to be in... and maybe they do end up in the A tier. I could be very well wrong with this. Adam, have you seen undead used successfully in the Midwest?
No, I think they're kind of right where Night Stalkers are, where I think they're an extremely strong build. There's just not people playing them at the moment. So, okay.
Let's go to everyone's favorite stunties.
Dwarves. Dwarves have fallen off. I mean, if you listen to some people that used to play dwarves who are no longer playing dwarves, like they can't stand them. I've heard that they're slow, but isn't there a hero or a lord that actually gives them +1 speed? Am I wrong in that?
Yeah.
Nope. Right. Infantry, I believe, but yeah.
They still have the Brock Riders. They still have the Eagle Riders. They still have mobility. They still have defense. They don't really have anything. They don't have anything flashy, I think, is their biggest problem.
They got the Retaliate updated, so it's actually what Retaliate should be, where it's just +1 crushing strength on a turn they don't charge.
So paying for Headstrong and Headstrong, I don't find good.
Yeah. I think they were. I think they were overvalued from our last list, honestly.
Are we moving them down?
I think they go down tier. I think they go all the way to the top of the tier.
I think for now they kind of have to.
And the question is, Adam, would you put them all the way down to dog shit?
No, they aren't. They aren't even close to an Empire Dust here. So
Just a straight plummet to dog shit.
No. I still think they have merit, but I don't think they have what they used to have.
So we're saying you can play them, and you could probably do 3-2, 4-1 tournament with them, but the odds of going 5-0 with dwarfs is an uphill battle, and you have short legs.
Yeah, not a chance.
I do have very short legs.
yeah, I do think they have one of the best warlords in the game, though, in the Brock Lord on Large Beast.
Yeah,
he's still wild.
It's a damn dragon, basically. It's like 9 attacks with Vicious, Crush 2, Thunder 1. It's Speed 8, but Wild Charge D3. So I know
good.
Tyler Schultz played it at Masters, and those things just wreck so bad. And I think they come with Strider or some shit too, so it's wild.
I want to see a model where the arm just spins.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're not individuals, people. They can double up in the flank.
Yeah, which is scary.
Which Tyler said there were a couple times at Masters where he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to roll 18 dice," and they're like, "No, you're not." And there's like, "Yes, I am."
All right. Well, let's move on over to Northern Alliance, which seems to be dropping being played. They didn't get any help in the book. They didn't really get anything extra.
That's not true. They got their command fixed, so it's not stupid.
It's better, and it gives out Dread, which is nice. Wait a minute. Was it Dread or is it Cloak of Death? I can't remember.
Cloak of Death.
It's Cloak of Death.
Yeah.
That's actually good, but it's 2 successes, and I'm not a big fan of that sort of thing, but I get why.
Still much better than the hot garbage I had for a command before.
Well, that's true. Drop them down a little bit, but leave them where they are, really, because I'm pretty sure the ones afterwards are not.
I think the ones after them are falling down to C tier as well,
which might not warms up a little bit, but yeah, Northern Alliance are still they still have options. I'm just waiting to see what they're also missing something to just kind of get them over a line a little bit.
I think when the books came out, they had a solid army which had options, and I think what we're seeing with them being at like B is that there's still a solid army with options. They're missing, like you said, the pizzazz or the things.
It's very medium.
Yeah.
Well, the list that you can build with like 2 or 3 hordes of just clansmen and turn those things into buzzsaws, to say the least, where you can give 1+1 to hit and 1+1 to strength, and maybe even get the command off that gives them vicious. Those things are going to kill the shit that it touches. That's for damn sure. And I'm going to make this same argument in a little while with another faction, but there's stuff there. Leave them where they are. Okay. I don't see a reason for moving them anywhere.
How about Abyssal Dwarfs?
Hot garbage at this point in time. No.
Oh my! Let's be clear. I wanted them like bottom of C tier last time, and you guys were trying to pull them up.
And, Adam.
Yeah.
I accept the fact that this was one of the ones where I pushed them higher. I Icarus them too high to the bottom of B tier.
You Icarus with Abyssal Dwarves. You bad man, you. Now look.
Them.
Yeah. I like some of the units. I like some of the stuff that's coming, but it's not there yet. I think you're right. Push them down to the bottom. They have some cool things. They're not unplayable.
But is Adam saying they're dog shit?
No. I'm saying they were dog shit, and now I'm saying they're actually appropriately in the B tier.
Ooh.
Their command, they had the best glow up for commands of every faction. So their exploding command, where they can just destroy a unit, it's no longer limited to slaves. You can do slaves and mutants. And it does not require you to destroy your unit when you cast it. It will stay on the unit, and if the unit is routed in your enemy's turn, they will then deal the damage. Just like the Crystal Pendant, just like the ability from last edition. So that's a major change. And then their other command, which was only available to give to the dwarf units for the throwing mastiffs, they can now give that to slave units. So you can have 80 to 90% of the army actually use the commands that they have, and the commands they have got improved. So I think that they're much improved. I think there's a lot of good flexibility within the army because of the commands being flexible across multiple keywords now. So I think they should have probably been in the dog shit to low C tier before, but now I think they're actually in a B tier.
All right. Yeah, units in Ironborn slave trait can have the throwing dogs, and last breath is slaves and mutants only. So that's a lot better than what it was.
Yeah.
So would you say that they're better or worse than dwarfs?
Better. 100% better.
Okay.
I would say they're better than Northern Alliance.
Yeah.
So why don't we drop Northern Alliance instead of take Northern Alliance down below the dwarf?
Ooh. Let's go through C tier first and then see it through.
All right. Zakali. Well,
I think that they could go up.
Yeah, because they got a lot of buffs in that last book.
Only to the next level until we see how it plays out and if there's viable lists. But I think there's some decent lists hiding in there now.
Yeah. What did they get? The hunters turned away from being...
They got hordes of dudes now.
Yeah.
That are speed 7 million attacks, can be like get their good commands. They got some new toys.
And their big thing is they increase the attack value of that unit. So a troop of them have 12 attacks? 15 attacks?
15
like
attacks.
Yeah.
15 attacks in a troop is wild.
And the regiment has 20, and the horde has 30.
30, yep.
And they're 235 points. So if you want to look, those are excellent orcs. Like, because there's speed 7, melee 4, defense 4.
Strider on command, yeah.
No, they just have Strider.
Oh, they just have Strider. Oh, that's that unit, yeah. They just have Strider, so always hitting on 4s is lovely.
Absolutely. Yeah. The Spear Wardens are still good. The Planeswalkers, those are the ones that changed, right? From having stealthy, because they're giant fucking dogs, to actually having Pierce 1 on their bows with 24-inch range, which isn't terrible, and this is all core. So, yeah, I'm with John on this one. Move them up.
Yeah. I think they bumped Northern Alliance down.
Yeah, there you go.
Twilight Kin, I guess.
See, I still like this. I like some of the changes. The fact that the oh god, I can't remember now.
Mikael.
Finally actually does unlock. Yeah, which is good because that's what people wanted.
He's the only guy in the game that makes a support unit a core unit at this point. At least one, just a one of, but it's pretty solid.
And this is what I was trying to say before about the fact that the Fleet Warden, I like them, melee 4, but with elite, ways of keeping them buffed up. Give them I use the army, like taking one horde with Brew of Strength and one horde with Brew of Sharpness with the elite command, and being able to make them both with a Bane Chant, Crush 2. They kill a shit ton of things. And they're hard to take out. They really are. I do like this. I would move them ahead of Northern Alliance. I'm not saying that they're coming out of the C tier, but I think they're starting to make their way on up the way here. I think they're still missing something. They're still missing a little bit of speed. They're missing an actual cavalry of some sort, but maybe we can figure that out.
Yeah, their mutants aren't really filling that role effectively at this point.
Well, the biggest downside, and it's only one army, is the fact that putting weakness does not mean a damn thing if you're playing, Basileans or whatever you want to call them at that point in time. Cleanse is a stupidly good. So why don't we just leave them there and go on to Basileia, because that's the next one anyway. These guys got a definite push up. I don't think they're ever going to make it out of a low B tier, but after playing them, they have the tools to do well. The fly command can be extremely useful. I should have used it better. I didn't. The Ogre Palace Guard are great. The fact that you can... Their one big downfall is the fact that the Angels will never make it out of special. You're never going to have like an Angel army again. And I don't think anybody's ever going to try, which is kind of sad. And they will never be the cavalry army, even though they should be. And they should be a better cavalry army than Kings of Men, and they're not. But
yeah, you have to take a warlord to make the Cavs core now, right? So
yeah, but that's not so bad. I took 2 battalions to make that work, and it did. But if people go down the way that they probably should and go with a single battalion for up to 2,300 points, this is going to be a problem for them. But it's there. Like, the commands are there. They're cheap enough.
I think Naeus is awesome.
Naeus is great.
Really good.
Yeah. The 2 command thing is actually kind of fun to do. The shit stuff is cheap, and the stuff you want to play is way too fucking expensive. Like, I played both the unique units. I took the Beast Slayers and the Horde of Knights. I probably should have left both at home. Maybe not the Beast Slayers. They were actually kind of cool. But just about everything they touch dies, but they're both kind of expensive for what they do.
Yeah, and I'm a little sad that they made them unique, because the one thing a Cav Horde is just begging for is Strider or Brew of Strength, something to just maintain the punchiness throughout.
Well, you can give them Elite on the charge, and on the charge only. So it kind of mitigates it, because it is 30 attacks, so you're probably getting back the hits that you would have missed anyway, because of the ones that you're possibly going to roll. Mm-hmm. So I would move them up the tier, maybe even put them at the back of the B tier. I think they're always going to do well. You can actually build some fun armies with them. And there's always a command to get something out. Cleanse is just nuts. It really is. Being able to just make a infantry unit fly is just kind of insane. Man. It really is.
Have you guys seen the ability to cleanse and remove Scorched Earth?
Yep, yeah. I did that in game 1, and that is
pretty
fucking nuts.
Pretty good.
Yep, and then you pop your boots and away you go. And it wasn't fun for the guy I was playing, but it did put a smile on my face, even though it wasn't a people smile. I mean, I didn't feel good about it, but I still smiled about it. So
there you go.
So hot take, Ben. Would you put them above Abyssal Dwarfs and Rats?
Right now, yes.
I think so. I'm not sure if I'd put them above Undead.
No, because I lost Undead. So obviously, Undead is much better. And
obviously.
but
it was the army, not the player.
but that jumps them a level into B tier. And
I think they're probably never moving out of there, but I could be wrong. Like, maybe they get something. I don't know what that something will be, but
B's okay. B's an okay tier.
B is playable. Yep.
B is actually more than playable, and I think people will find uses for everything that they've got. Now, Ray.
I stand by my comment last time. Halflings are dog shit. Just ask Nathan. Halflings, only one person.
Nathan also played a very specific build.
Yeah,
unique build.
It was a dog shit build. So it was a dog shit build of a dog shit army. But
is there a build for halflings? Yes, I believe there is.
It is epic shooting. Like, that is the only thing halflings
or
should
forest
do.
trolls.
It's the forest troll. I think there is.
I don't even think the forest trolls are good comparing to other units that can do forest trolly things. Like I think
it'll be very
Circali
medium.
army is just better than forest trolls, right?
Yeah, it'll be very
I think
medium.
orcs
But if
are
you want to
just
play
better.
halflings,
Yeah,
So-
when you're playing medium. The
Best
good news is
halfling-
when you win with them, you tell people that they beat them with the dog shittiest of dog shitty armies because this is a full army.
It is.
This is complete. Like they, but
Well,
it's
the
moving
thing
now.
is, their best command requires the unit not to move and to then be charged the following turn. Bear traps are the
Yeah.
best thing in this army.
I think they should just be able to give them to them, and that would actually do a lot for the army. But yeah, no, just drop it down, man. Now, is it ahead of Empire of Dust or
Ooh.
below Empire Dust? And
There's
Ray,
nothing
it's all
below
on
Empire
you.
Dust. There's nothing below EOD.
All right. Well, we're going to go to Force of the Abyss. So John and Ray have probably got more to say about this than I do. We had how many? 4 Force of the Abyss players at King Beyond the Wall,
yeah, 4.
and they all seem to enjoy playing it. I
It
helped.
seems like a really fun army to play. It
Yeah.
was a decent army to play against as well. So I played it against it twice. Yeah, twice. And it was very competitive feeling. Like I did not feel like the orcs got to just roll over in either game. So Ray, how'd you feel?
I think that there's a lot of competitive builds you can play with Forces of Abyss. I do think that they are a toolbox army. So to some extent, and I'm not sure I'd publicly state this, I think having them randomly rolled helped me because it gave me the toolbox to play with.
You did
that-
get a very good toolbox out of that list. Yeah.
But that being said, playing a toolbox army is hard because you have all the different pieces and you have to make them work. I think that they're not in S tier in my mind. They're not salamanders, they're not goblins,
No.
and they're not forces of nature.
But
I think they might be an A, but I think they're actually at the orc end of A rather than the elf end of A.
Yeah, I would say they're still an A list. I think that a good Forces of Nature list will still roll it up. So
And I think a good elf list could probably roll it up as well at this point in time.
you would have, I think, struggled. I don't know how much shooting you played last tournament, but a good volume of shooting, I think, is a problem for your list.
100%. So,
Yep.
Um,
I think
but-
that is their crucial issue,
Yeah.
is that if there is a breaking point of shooting, if there is just enough shooting where they can pick up a unit in one go, that's when Abyss really struggle. If they can survive one volley of shooting, rely on some regen, buff the regen to get half their wounds back, and then, move a unit in front of it and say, okay, here's a fresh unit, shoot this one next time. That they're going to do fine in that. But an elf shooting list with enough. I think the 4 Commandant and Blizzard has enough. Like they're definitely going to struggle into that.
I don't think they have an answer to the those type of lists at this point in time. So I could even see them at the top of B ahead of Night Stalkers, if I'm being honest.
you
But-
won't
but-
put them in the A tier.
I value them higher than that. I
So-
think Force of the Abyss and Trident Realms are actually a very comparable army with kind of the way they play, the toolboxiness of their armies. They have a lot of different things going for them, but I think Force of Abyss is above them because Force of Abyss commands are ridiculous, and now Force of Abyss has the best spell in the game.
Oh fuck that! Stick that anywhere bullshit,
Yeah,
and it's just red on a stick, and it's even better than on a stick. It's within 12 inches.
yeah.
Not
And
completely within.
Cloak of Death and Dread. It's stupid.
Fucking amazing.
Amazing.
It really is.
So now would they be above ogres? I don't know. But they're an A.
Kind of right there.
They're an A, and I wouldn't. You can
They're definitely the army with the best glow up in my mind. Going out of dog shit tier up to mid A tier, you can't really get much better than that. So
Yeah, like
It's
what
pretty
else
good,
are you-
yeah.
Yeah, they did the Army quite well. They moved everything the way that they should. The points aren't terrible. There's cheap stuff to take and reasons to take it without two-handed weapons and cheap. There's things that will hold things up. There's stuff that hits hard. There's things that fly. That it's
yeah. So I think they got the biggest glow up. I think Rat King got the biggest nerf. I hope, and I hope for the day when Empire of Dust can see an equally awesome glow up, because they need it. Those people are suffering.
yeah. Speaking of suffering, let's talk about how they.
no. There's only 19 armies. There's
Yeah, that's
only
true.
19 armies.
That's true. But they made Empire of Dust Command even worse, and I didn't think it was possible.
I don't
They
know.
showed you.
That's right.
Yeah, they were like, you think we can? You doubt my
You
power.
think this is the bottom? Surprise.
Yeah, we dug a
What's
hole.
below dog shit? Let's go to E tier for Empire of Dust, please.
This is their serpents are good. The mummies are still. If you don't kill a mummy unit, it will stick around forever.
Well,
But-
Abyssal Guard are just better mummies now in the Forces of the Abyss, so because they actually have commands to back them up.
Yeah, and this is something that hopefully they will fix, and they will fix correctly. But right now, man, it is not good.
And
So-
shambling is a debuff in this edition. It is
But you
not
pay
actually
points for it.
beneficial to
Yes,
be
I know.
shambling. Exactly. And you pay for it.
You pay
The
for the
only
debuff.
good shambling units are the air elementals or
They
the
could've-
6 rocks. So
They could have made this just that little bit better if they had given them the same thing as what the regular undead have, where you can just get rid of shambling for
yeah,
a turn.
they
it
might
would've-
actually be above halflings in the dog shit tier then if they had.
And I don't know why. Maybe it was the chariots, because everybody takes chariots nowadays. But that was sarcastic, by the way.
Oh, I know a guy. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but that's goblin chariots, isn't it?
No, EOD chariots.
Oh,
Ride or
shit.
die. Matt Carmack.
Matt Carmack. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Matt Carmack is the OG of Empire of Dust chariots. And
Yep.
he is
I love
sad.
that man's voice, but mate, you have made some bad choices in life, if that's where you're going to constantly go.
He played rats, and then look what happened to them. So if you want your army to be bad, just let Matt play it first, all right? And then they'll eventually get around to doing it.
Oh, and I praised the crap out of him the last time about the Masters thing. No, he did a great job with that. Yeah, the Empire of Dust is not moving. If we could put in a couple of spaces and just move them over even more. We actually had an EOD off, didn't we? During
Yeah.
on the wall,
Yeah,
we
and
did.
it was awful.
And they both tried to lose at one point in time. Like it was not good. It was, I felt sorry for the pair of them. Maybe one day they will get something good, and hopefully one day soon. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the next book though. So
Yeah,
probably
they don't
not.
seem like the arrogance type. So
yeah, that sounds very elfish. But we said
when's
that
the
about
death book coming?
So my question is, if we have Goku at the S tier for Forces of Nature, what is the appropriate anime character to put next to the Empire of Dust in the dog shit tier?
it's the blue slime.
Okay.
Like,
I don't know what that
go
is.
back to Dragon Warrior. It's a blue slime. It's the worst thing in the entire game. It's cute as fuck. Everybody wants to play with it. Nobody should, because it might
Except
nip
for
you
the
in the neck
anime where
once
he
in a
gets
while.
reincarnated as a blue slime and rules the whole world now.
I'm just thinking Pokemon now, where it's like it's the fucking Psyduck that just gets a headache every time it tries to do anything.
That
Okay,
sounds like a
we'll
good
do
one.
Psyduck.
Yep.
There you go. I like that.
Okay. I'll have to find some images to add to like this at the end. But like,
Well, that'll be your thumbnail. You can put
Thumbnail.
Master Roshi and Psyduck on the as the thumbnail. There you go. And if you don't
Okay.
do that, we're going to call you out on it. Very,
Yeah.
very.
And then I want to see the fucking green lady with Super Saiyan hair just powering up.
Just put up a picture of Joel. I mean, it's as close as you're probably going to get.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, that's the end of that. So hopefully people will like this as much as they did the last one. We will probably revisit this again when the next book comes out in a few weeks after that. Because as always, we like to play a few games and actually know a little bit about what we're talking about.
Sometimes, not all.
Sometimes, not all the time. I mean,
Really, not much of the time.
70% of this is wild speculation, more than likely. But hey, we have a good time doing these sorts of things. So we just quickly like to shout out things like our Discord. If you're looking for people to play or get us, get in touch with us there. That's where we put all the lists and things that happen in the tournaments around here, and as often as we get to play. And to Mr. Ballard, the grand champion himself. Thank you once again for gracing us with your presence and giving us all the views that we get, no matter when you seem to be on here. For some reason, they find you. So
I think you can forego the champion and whatnot. Sean Troy is the current U.S. Master, so congrats to him. He deserves it, even though he played Ratkin,
Well, you'll always be Grandmaster in our hearts. So, with all of that, we'd like to thank Adam for being here and thank all of you for being one of the 10s. Thanks a lot, people. See you next time.
Bye.